Hello, and welcome here on YouTube. My name is Lisbeth, and I'm an abstract mixed media artist who likes to do all sorts of things. And on Mondays, I have this series going that is called My Monday Mornings Mixed Media Piece. And I had filled a small book, and that is quite full now. And then a couple of weeks ago, I started in this big old cookbook. I bought it at a second-hand store, and I have been doing 4 weeks, I think. And my intention is to keep on until the end of the year. And today is week 27 in this series, and it is 23rd December, and that day here in Denmark is the day before Christmas Eve day or Christmas night, the day we celebrate Christmas here. So perhaps not many of you have time to see videos at this time of the year, but there will be one today, and then there will be the last one in this book, because I probably will work further in the book later, but the last one in this year will be the 3rd of December, the day before New Year's Eve. And again, I don't know how many of you have time to watch videos on that time of year, but we will see. If you like all sorts of different things like jelly printing, collage making on both fabric, with both fabric and papers, and making books, construction, altering books, slow stitching, and all these things, you have come to the right channel. I do a lot of different things. If only one of the things has interest to you, look at the playlist. I have tried to divide it up the best I can and search for the things that you like. Also, I would say I'm Danish, or I'm from Denmark, and my English is like it is, and I hope you can understand what I'm saying, and at least you can see what I'm doing. So this was last week's spread. So I have prepared this, glued 2 pages together, and my plan for today is to try something I haven't tried before. So it is pure experimental time this now, and it is because I saw a man. For the life of me right now, I can't remember what his name was. But he was in an interview on Fiber Art Take Two's. I don't know if it was last Friday or the Friday before. I'm not very good at names and remembering exactly where. But he is a person or a man who also do jelly prints, and he talked about his started to collage directly on his jelly plate and putting all kinds of layers on before he lift the whole thing up in one pull. And that is what I would like to try to do today. And since I don't know how he does it, I will try to experiment. And I would not do it directly here in the book. I would do it on copy paper, and if the prints are good, I will put them in here in this spread here. But before I do anything, I think I would like to, since this is a square thing, I know I will do a square print. So I will take some masking tape and divide it here, so I have a square I can work in. So therefore I know I only have to paint the borders here, and for now I think I will just paint them white and let it dry. And yeah, I don't think you need seeing me painting a border, and I will just take some gesso. Yeah, and I can see I have forgotten my, just a moment, here I am again, and I will just paint it white. Yeah, perhaps it is, I can see through it, so I will have to take another color, but I can always give it another color since I don't know how my print will end up. So I will just do this all the way around, and then I will start doing something on my jelly plate. But before I do that, I will put a link below in the description box. Yeah, that is not a description box anymore. YouTube Studio has done it differently, but just under the film there is a little word saying more, and if you click on that, you will come to a place where all the information I put in will be. So just look there and you will find the links for this playlist for my Monday mornings mixed media pieces. And if there's other things, I think perhaps I can find out who this guy was and also put a link in there if I remember it. So I will be back. So to make a square, I can see it is a little over 20 centimeters wide, and therefore I will take some masking tape here, and I will just place it a little over 20 centimeters here, like this. There. Like this. There's too much there, I can see it there. And then I have covered up the place here I don't want paint on, like this. So now I have a square there. I have a square jelly plate, but it is only 15 by 15, and this here should be 20 by 20 centimeters approximately. And away with my ruler, and yeah, then I am ready for this. And then I have my Chatek here, or my plastic cover thing, where I have all different sorts of tissue paper or medical exam paper or wet strength tissue paper. It is all kinds of these translucent papers, and I think I will use these here for my pile, and perhaps that one. Let me see if there's other things. No, I don't think so. So in with it here. Sorry. And I have a small pencil here, not pencil, a brush. Sorry, that was again. And I have some matte medium and I have some gloss medium. And as far as I remember, I think he said he used gloss medium. So I think I will start with that, and then I would, since there are two spreads, I think I would do another one and try to use the matte medium to see if there's any difference. So I can see if there is, and then I can, and then I know what I should do in the future. And I think I want to put them in some kind of a circle form here. So I will start with the black ones, the black and white one. Not white, there isn't any white here, it's the paper that's translucent. And I will just take some small pieces and tear them. Up in small bits, and they will be totally random in shape. And I don't know how many yet, but I will just do some. And I will do some of these and some of the orange or turquoise, I don't know yet, but I will tear a little more. So done with the tearing of all these small pieces here. So I will just take my brush and put some gloss medium on the plate and place the little piece there. And I can see I have my brush is a little stiff in the bristles, so that is perhaps not the best, but so I put both gloss medium on the plate, and I put it also up on the paper. And I don't mind if it comes a little beside the paper on the plate. I don't think that matters, but I don't know. So this piece there, and I take my index finger and push it down. But I think you can see what it is I'm doing. And you can see the tissue paper where there isn't any paint gets translucent. But I will do this with all these small pieces. Now you can see they are glued down, all of them, and these ones doesn't matter because black you can see in both ways. So if you put them upside down, it doesn't matter. But the ones that only had color on one side, you have to put the colored side down to the plate, because when you lift it off, the first layer is always what you will see sitting in front on your paper. So I hope I'm correct. And I will just remove some of the gloss mediums that's sitting there. But now this has to dry, and it has to dry totally before I can do anything else. So I will be back. If you didn't understand what I was saying before or the meaning of it, you can see if I turn my plate around, that is what you will end up seeing. And that now you can see the turquoise and the gold small papers there, and the black and translucent thing. It doesn't matter which way I turn the paper. Yeah, I think this is dry enough till I dare work further. So I have taken here just a plain piece of copy paper and lined it up here and folded it, so I know this is approximately the same size as this square. And I will remove that a little here. And here I have 2 pieces of charcoal. So I will just scribble some lines. There. I think that is all. And then I will blow the excess in my bin here. And then I will take my plate again here and place the paper here on my jelly plate. And then I will give it a really good rub. And yeah. Let me see. Yeah. you can see the charcoal has transferred to the plate. And you can do that, won't hurt your plate. The only thing that isn't smart is to take the charcoal and paint directly on your plate. You can do it, but then it would leave some excess dust for many prints, and at last you can't see it on your prints, but you can still see the charcoal on your plate. So I think this is a much better way to do it, like this. Draw on the paper, turn it around and slap it on your plate instead. And if you have drawn, I can't draw, but if you can draw something really nice and you want to keep it, you can always, like this, draw on the lines again, and you could do it several times if you want that. But I don't want that. So now that is sitting there. So now I want to lift this off the paper, or off the plate. And I think I want to use 2 colors. So I have taken here a turquoise one and just off-white one, like this. And perhaps I will put a microscopic dot of brown here in this off-white. Normally, if I want to, I don't want to mix them, I want them to be turquoise and this color down here, but that's why I put my dots of paint these 2 places. If I want to make one color of these 2, I would put them beside each other and then squeeze them around. And I always, when I do this, take the lightest color first. I can use this as a roll-off sheet here, so I'll just put this beside me. So I will start with this one here. I can see my ruler is sitting. Just a moment. So it is going now. There was, it was stuck in some way. And since I've been doing this, I think I need a little more paint. And you can see the papers I have glued down with the gloss medium. It isn't coming up. But on the half, I will approximately do this and roll it off beside, and then I will take the other half like this, and then they will mix at the middle, and that is fine. And roll it off again. Sorry for the noise. And then I will put a piece of copy paper here at the top, and that was perhaps a little stupid. I think I should have taken some thicker paper than this. And then this really has to dry, and at least would it be sitting there for half an hour, and I think I will turn it upside down to have some weight here on the plate. And you can also put a heavy book on it, and yeah, at least half an hour, so it is really dry. So I will put that aside, and then I think I will do another one on my small plate. So this is my 15 by 15 plate, and I think I will try to use matte medium on this one and see how that looks compared to the gloss medium. I know when I do other things, the gloss medium is really the best to make papers translucent. Oh, sorry, that was the shaft here of my brush. So again, I will just put this down here. And I would do it with the other pieces of paper also. I think it was this one here. And here I take the it's the back of the paper you can see here. I think it is a little easier to use your fingers here, then you can feel what it is you're doing. And the last long strip here, I would think it was going this way. But as I said in the beginning of the video, this is pure experimenting. So maybe I will get a long nose, or maybe I will get some fantastic results. You never know. But if you don't try, you would never figure something new out. Yeah, I will continue, and I will also let this one dry. If you think you have got too much matte medium beside on the plate where you don't want it, you can take these, I think, is it called cotton buds? For cleaning your ears. I think they are for, there are so many words I don't know what it's called in English, and sometimes I think I make my own words, or I am just guessing. So, but I could take the worst. Yeah, and I don't know if that means anything, but now I have done it, and like this. Okay, so you can turn it around. Sorry. And then you can see the small papers are orange. So I will also let this one dry and figure out which colors I want to lift this print up with. I think this is dry enough so we can work further. And I forgot to say something. Your brushes, if you have matte medium, gloss medium, or anything on them, and you just place them on your table and forget about them and work with it further, you ruin your brushes. Have a bucket of water or a glass of water beside you, so you can put them in there, and then it is easier to get the matte medium off. But I have just folded this piece of paper so it is like this square, and then again I will draw some, and here I just think I will draw some straight lines. So yeah, I am out of frame, and sorry for that. So we can make it like a grid. Because the other one's going all straight, so kind of directions. So again, in my bin, blow it off and put it down here on your square. Like this. I don't know where it's sitting, so I can fold this up and give it a good rub. Really good rub. So let us see if that's, yeah, something has come up here. Away with that paper. So I think I will, what do I want to use here? I will take the same turquoise, and not so much on as on the other plate, because this plate is a little smaller. And, whoop, put. So here, and you can see the papers I have glued down or put down isn't moving, and that is nice. Perhaps I need a little more of this turquoise here. And that was a lot of paint. So instead of ordinary copy paper, I have taken some drawing paper. I think it is 130 GSM. So I will place that down here again like this and really burnish it down and give it a good rub, and put this side up and put some heavy books upon here and let it dry for at least half an hour. Some people, if they're really using very good printing paper, good quality papers, they let it sit overnight and just take the pull next day, but that is perhaps a little too much. So I will let it sit here for half an hour. So this has been sitting there for a little more than half an hour, and let me turn it around. Yeah, and it isn't, it don't feel cold and it feels dry, so I think I will take my chances and try to lift it up. Yeah, that is on the printer's tip. I think I will go the other way, and I will do it slowly. Yeah, I can see the papers are coming up. I even think it could have been sitting a little longer than this, but yeah, I can sit here all day. But you could let it sit for an hour or so. That wouldn't hurt anything. Yeah, now here I'm in trouble because of the tape. So let me see what I can do here. Yeah, I should have removed the tape perhaps before I lifted it off, but yeah, that's fine. I will just cut it off so it will end up like a square. Away with this here, and now you can see it worked. The papers are embedded in the paint. You can say, why on earth don't you could have easily have glued these small pieces upon your print, but I think it looks differently this way, because they are more like it. They are into the paper this way here. So I will just wash my fingers because I have glue all over them from the painter's tape, and then I will cut this for a square and put it in my book. I really like this way here instead of gluing it on top, but I will tear the edges here like this. Yeah, and I will have to go in here. Like this, and again take a little of the edges here. And here. Yeah. Perhaps this is sticking a little, but that would dry, and that is why I say leave it for an hour or more, then you are sure nothing is sticking. So here, now I have a nice square, and then I will take my book here and place it approximately in the middle, and I will see I will have to come a little further up here. Yeah, you can do this side first and then I can lift you up, but yeah, then I will take my glue stick and let me see there and there, and then I will just put a good amount of glue on it. Then I will remove it a little here. I have some on my fingers. I think it is old matte medium. It is like when you have got too much sun in the summer and you get rid and you can peel dead skin off. That looks like the matte medium or the gloss medium. So I will go and wash my fingers a little more when I'm done here. So and don't be precious with your glue stick if you want it to be sitting in your book for a long time. Then I will take my book there and yeah, which way do I want it? I think I want it this way here. And yeah, sorry, I will be standing up so I can make it nice in the middle. Like this. And then give it a good rub and burnish it down. Doesn't that look nice? And I can see there's missing a little there, but who cares? Like in any other nice cook show in Italy, I can say I made one in advance, so I would be sure it would work. So that was my first attempt, and this is made on 130 GSM paper, and this is made of copy paper. And yeah, I don't think there's a big difference when you glue it in a book like this. This would you could use a little less paint here because of the paper. You can use more paint here and let it sit much longer and dry, and it is easier to pull off your plate. But I really think both the thing with the charcoal is a very nice technique, and you can use it in all other kinds of things you're doing on your jelly plate. But this technique about gluing your tissue paper, and it could be any other paper, on your plate before you do anything else and let it dry, that is really, really nice. It is another feeling when you rub your hands over it, and I can really recommend doing it like this. And both of these were made with gloss mediums. The other one is still cooking and waiting to be dry, so I will show it to you at the end of the video. Also, I will show some close-ups here at the end of the video of these two. And I like that one, but I like that one even better. I really think this is nice. And again, remember to put your papers upside down here if there's only paint on. These black and turns as only the tissue paper and the black. It doesn't matter that much there, but on the gold and colored, if you put colored pieces on, put them upside down. That is really important. And drying time is so important. So that was a very good day today, and I'm quite excited about this technique, and I hope I can find out who was talking about it. So yeah. And even though I have been using gloss medium, it doesn't look very glossy. But if it does look too glossy to your taste, or for your taste, give it a layer of matte medium. But I think this one has cooked enough. So let us see how this looks. And this was matte medium I was using here to glue the collage papers down. I think it could have been sitting a little longer, but yeah, I can see there's a little missing there, but that's only a test, this one here. But I don't mind. Yeah, it could have sit a half an hour more. But there it is. It's such a nice feeling, this, like it is embedded in the print. So there are many options for using this technique. I'm so glad I tried it and it succeeded, in my humble opinion. So I cut it out or teared it out, and I think color-wise it looks very nice to this page here. So I just put it here on my black paper. So that was nice. There was a left or side here with nothing on. So that is a nice spread also. But yeah, here it is, the one. As I said, I really like this technique, and if you like it too, or you have been inspired or learned something new, or at least some tips and tricks, please give my videos a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing my little Danish channel. That would be very helpful of you, and I would appreciate it a lot. So this was week, what was I saying, 27. So only one more, week 28, and it will be the 3rd of December, the day before New Year's Eve. So see you there, hopefully. But take care, be creative, and bye-bye for now.